So let's take a look. So we're talking about the King of SHMUPS, right? Which is the iiRcade, and this is so. This I'm pointing over here because that's where my iiRcade is. But this system has all kinds of different games in a variety of genres. You've got your, your RPGs. You've got your platformers. You got racing games. You got puzzle games. You got old games. You got new games. You got shmups. You got fighters. You got everything. But what really shines is the shmups. I think it's. Do you guys all agree that's the best?
Shoot 'em up. When we say shmup, all that means is shoot 'em up.
Right.
Shooter games.
43 shooters on iiRcade. 43 arcade shooters.
Yeah, this is quite a variety.
They give you variety.
Yeah.
There's a lot of variety.
Huge variety. You got old, new, bullet hell. I mean, it's just like if you're into this genre, this cab is the ultimate cab.
You have your horizontal, your verticals. You got the ones that are a little bit different, like you're riding something, which we might talk about one of those a little later on. You got your classics like R-Type and Batsugan. But yes, Saint Dragon there. That's another one that I recommend.
We're not just going to watch and look at websites on this show. That's not what we're about. We're going to show you the games. You ready to show some games?
Let's show them a game.
Here we go. First up, we have Strikers 1945, and I'm just going to keep this quick because I actually already did a game spotlight on this game, and so go check it out already on our channel now, Strikers 1945. And next up, we have Image Fight, and I also did a game spotlight on this that I released on our channel, but I did not actually feature this game on our show until now, and this might be the hardest shmup of them all on the cabinet. I'm saying it right now, so go try to get on the leaderboards for Image Fight because it is no joke. This game is super hard, but super fun also. And then next up we have Samurai Aces. This is another good fun shmup. We're all into shmups today, of course. And yeah, I really have been enjoying this one. It's it's a good classic shmup. I mean, they're all kind of similar, but they try to mix it up a little. And Samurai Aces is different enough, but yet still familiar. And yeah, so it's a good one that I definitely recommend giving it a go. And as with all the games on my list, these are all leaderboard games, so you can definitely chase the leaderboards. And finally, a Batsugan. And yeah, I had to include this game. As I was making my list here, I went through and played all of my shmups back to back to back on my cabinet. And I think Batsugan is my personal favorite, even over Rancock Skies, because I don't know, there's something about this game. It's classic old school style shmup, but it's just done perfectly. It's something a little bit extra about Batsugan, in my humble opinion. So yeah, check them out. Yeah, and Batsugan, like I'm telling you, when I played all the shmups on my cabinet, getting ready for this episode here, and that one's my personal favorite on my cabinet. I gotta say, as much as I love all of them, there's something special about that one. And as I said, they're all the ones that I spotlighted there are all leaderboard chasing ones. And speaking of leaderboards, there's somebody out there in the YouTube community. He goes by the name of Metal Jesus Rocks. Maybe you guys have heard of him. And I watched his channel for a long time. And I know he's big into shmups, and I want to challenge him. I'm putting the challenge out there. Where you at, Metal Jesus Rocks?
Does he have an iiRcade?
Well, he needs to get one, and because I know he loves these shmups.
I could put my car up in the car, drive down to his house. He's like 2 hours away from me. I could just drive down and be like, bro. He'll be like, I don't know who you are, but I'll be like, but I brought an arcade with me, and he'd probably let me in.
He probably would if you brought an iiRcade with you.
You know what it is, that Batsugan. I was just watching your footage there. It's the satisfaction of like that spread shot. You just feel so powerful. Yeah. Right. You just feel like, man, you've got this huge spread shot. You can hit everything on the screen.
And it trucks in every time I get that laser gun and I start sweeping back and forth.
Yeah.
It's just something so satisfying about it.
Exactly. That's what it is.
So satisfying.
And something I want to highlight is that not all shmups are the same. Some of them are literally quarter munchers where you can just quarter your way through the whole game, but they're not all like that though. Image Fight is not, and there's another one we're going to be talking about later.
That's the hardest one? You said that was the hardest one on the.
It's
pretty dang hard.
I played Truxton as well.
You think it's harder than Truxton?
Yes, I do.
Absolutely. No, okay, I will say this. I think Truxton is harder game to play, to get through, but I think that it's probably harder to get on the leaderboard on Image Fight.
Beat the first level on Image Fight. And that's the thing, since we're doing this whole show all about shmups today.
Shmups.
That's the thing about these shmups. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when you had your quarters and you were in the arcade when you were a kid or when you were younger, to play a shmup, I mean, how much money would it cost to beat some of these games?
It would cost too much money. That's why I ain't playing no shmups. I'm playing some fighting games.
Yeah,
right. But that's my point. So when it comes down to the iiRcade and and these modern day home arcade stuff, like where you can just press the button to keep putting in quarters, like these shmups actually translate super well to this form.
That is a really good point.
Homearcade, they translate great.
And we need to just give them more love, and we're playing these games. A lot of us are, and we're beating them for the first time. And with the iiRcade leaderboards, there's the whole competition. So it's just like,
right.
I mean, the shmups are where it's at. And
can you imagine
in my opinion,
playing Truxton on a real arcade, plunking these quarters in
quarter after quarter after quarter? Frustrated. You would quit. And Herb Wars does have a great Truxton video. I just watched it. Fantastic video covering that game on his channel. Go check it out.
What's this poll, Brad?
Anyway, I did a community poll just on some games to get some feedback from the fans of iiRcade. And this was what came back. We have Truxton, you got 13%. Strikers 1945 or 1945 plus. Put them together. Got 16%. Rangok Skies got 35%. R-Type got 35%. And poor Dogyan, it got nothing. It was in the dog house. I didn't have 43 voting spots. So,
I was going to say, how'd you pick these 5?
I just picked ones that were popular. I looked at the popularity and I just tried to pick a few that I thought were popular. It's not a perfect poll. I mean, I know Batstugan's not even on it. So
Corrupt Neuron says Truxton is very hard, and that's saying something because Corrupt Neuron is
Dogyan at 0. How dare you? We got
you offended Michael.
There he is.
Come on, Mikey, throw up the picture.
He was okay with me talking about battle rockets, but you offended him when Dogyan got 0%.
Yeah.
That's crossing the line, Papa Brad.
Well, how about this, everyone? Oh, there
I didn't
he
get
is.
the community. I didn't vote. I can't vote in my own poll.
That's true. You can't blame us. This was the community voting on Papa Brad's page. How many?
I put it on the list, so I thought it was pretty good. Apparently, I don't know. I put it on the list.
Dogyan is a good one. Dogyan is good. That's why you put it on the list, right?
It's hard. It's hard to pick 5.
It might just be
20 or 15.
Maybe it's just because the other ones were just a little bit better. Not to say that Dogyan is bad. It's just the other ones were liked more. I just want to put this out. Michael has to go through all of these games from start to finish.
You got a comment from Michael. Can you read it, Jeff?
Look, as someone who's beaten them all, the list should be Dogyan, Rangok Skies, Truxton, R-Type, Striker Series. Those are, you think, the 5 that we should be voting on, right?
That's
the order. That's the order he says from best to worst. Okay.
How do you not have Batsugan on there?
Thank you for coming on too.
Batsugan, yeah.
We love having you on the show.
Batsugan is good.
I was like, seriously, between that and Dog You,
it really just depends on what style. Yeah. Everybody likes a different style. Like some people, if you like Rangok Skies, maybe it's because you like bullet hell games or you like the newer style ones. Mm-hmm. I'm excited for ones like I'm excited for Sky Shark, and that's a totally different type of shooter. That one's not even out yet. It's coming though, right, Michael? I think it's coming, right?
Well, you know what I'm looking forward to is those Pilot
Gunbird.
Kids. That's a CPS2
Oh yeah,
one.
Pilot Kids.
And then
Gunbird 2.
don't we have some
Gunbird 2.
Naomi shooters coming as well? I thought we
Man,
talked about last week.
There's nobody that can hold a candle to this. Like
Nothing.
iiRcade is the king of the shmups. In the home arcades,
Premium
by far,
controls,
no one comes
premium
close.
sound.
Yeah.
I mean, no one comes close.
Nobody comes close. If you like shmups, this is the definitive
King
system
of
to
SHMUPS,
get.
iiRcade.
Now, guys, look,
Not
we're
even
like,
a contest. Papa Brad made a list of all the leaderboard shmups.
thank you.
I
This
literally
is
had to
good.
go through every single title, and this is according to the iiRcade store. So if it said it had a leaderboard, I typed the name down.
So if it's wrong, blame Michael.
Yeah, if it's wrong, don't blame me. But I did
This
go
is
through.
screenshot this. You guys screenshot this.
Screenshot this because a lot of you want to play on the leaderboards. These are all the leaderboard games, and there are actually 24 of the titles are leaderboard supported. So there's 24 titles you can play competitively, and you know, just make sure you beat Rainwater. That's all that matters. So.
Doesn't take much. That's awesome. Yeah, that's good. That's cool because you know what? There's some people out there they just want to compete in leaderboards, so they're going to screenshot. They're going to go to the store right after this show, or you can do it during the show. Just open another browser tab and just buy all of those games right
go
there.
ahead and screenshot that. You've got all the games with leaderboards right now.
There you go. Oh, he says, what did he say here? You could just ask. I've got them all on a fancy spreadsheet. Okay, well,
well, there you have it.
The fancy spreadsheet. Like, man, he's probably got graphics on there and stuff, and we're just like typing it and sticking it on a screen and snapping.
I like doing things the extra hard manual labor way, like going through game by game. That's how much I love iiRcade. I went through game by game and clicked on each one.
He's always okay. I gotta say this. Brad always takes notes on stuff. Like we're talking about ideas and stuff, throwing around ideas and stuff to talk about. He takes notes. Look at it. And then he sends us pictures from his work where he's got it sitting on his desk and he's got a little bell on it. It's the funniest thing ever.
He's got his little apple sitting next to it, and he's ready to go.
But I'm glad you brought up leaderboards, Brad, because leaderboards are so important in these shmups. It like the other games, Michael. I know some of them you just can't. Like the leaderboards aren't functionally. You can't get it to work, right? But if there are any more of these that we can get leaderboards for, it makes it so much more fun to chase leaderboards with shmups in particular.
I got a question. How many of you play the game and then you think you have a good game, then you immediately exit the game to check the leaderboard, then you go back into the game? I do that all the time.
Yes.
I'm like, how did I do that? Like I exit the game and then I go back
See how you stack up with Corrupt Neuron and Todd Russell? Yeah, I know.
HDR.
Can't catch those guys.
Champs, an amazing gamer, Todd Russell.
Yeah, they're all on the top of like every leaderboard. It's like, man, can't wait to get some of these fighting games online so I can feel like I'm on top of something.
Right? I never stopped playing a leaderboard until I beat Jeff. Good to know. So basically, it's all dependent on me getting as high as possible, and that's what determines where everybody else plays to, right? Set the bar.
And you know, we did the Papa Brad challenge. We had to take Papa Brad out. When I find another game I'm good enough to get towards the top of the boards, we'll do another one of those. Then y'all can blow me away because that was awesome. That was so much fun. On Tropical Angel, when we did the Take Papa Brad Out challenge, it was awesome.
Well, it's just because that's just how much these leaderboards, these online leaderboards, just really bring to these games. You know, it just brings the whole community together, and you know, like you said, Todd Russell's setting world records, and you know, it's awesome.
And before CT Jason asks, because I know he's gonna, how much is?
How much is it?
Yeah, there you go. $7.99. That is a steal.
As long as it's under 10, I'm happy. Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, we got the iiRcadians merch store. If you want to take a little piece of the show with you, you can get it right here. Enjoy.